All right, Pisces, let's get into a reading. So I've been trying to get woken up. I've not been feeling my best. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go drink my coffee. I'm going to rest a little bit and I'm going to spend some time with you guys. And as I was sitting here getting ready, I was drinking my coffee and I zoned out. And as I zoned out, I heard, if Pisces knew how big the blessings are that's coming their way, they would stress less and enjoy the journey more. And I feel like if you're seeing this message is for you. I feel like it's going to find you when this is either about to take place in your life or as you're in the middle of this transition. So some of you could feel like you have heavy hearts. Some of you could be really worried. You could be stressed. Some of you could be in a moment of your life where things are pivoting, things are changing. Some of you could feel like you're in a sense of limbo. So what does it remind me of? It gives me the energy of being laid off of work, losing your job, quitting your job, giving your notice and being ready for the next chapter, the next step, but also being kind of maybe intimidated by the next step, feeling overwhelmed by the next step. So I definitely get a lot of energy coming in for you around changes and spirit telling you, if only you knew how good it's about to get, you wouldn't be worrying as much as you are, okay? Now, here's the thing. It's easy to say that. It's easy to tell someone, hey, don't worry, it's going to get good. And it's like, yeah, shut up, before I thump you in the forehead. That's kind of the energy I'm getting from you. I don't want to hear it, Danielle. Whatever, get out of my way. I'm tired. So some of you could be feeling really depleted, really exhausted. You could be noticing that where you had patience, you don't have patience anymore. So maybe you used to be like, yeah, I know when it'll come when you least expect it. It's gonna get better. But there could be a part of you coming out where you're like, shut up, leave me alone, and kind of like rolling your eyes, okay? All right, let's see what's coming in for you. So sorry, we had an adjustment that was required. And it's interesting how that happened as I was doing this reading. I don't tend to adjust anything in my readings. I do go through and edit out the dead silence, the animal interruptions, any interruptions that could just be inconvenienced or an inconvenience. I do edit those out. But I think it's interesting that I just had to bring an adjustment in the middle of this reading. So I feel like this is an important and a specific message for a very small group of you Pisces who are going through a moment of significant changes. I feel like Spirit is wanting you. I just heard they need to surrender. That's what's going to make this easier. Because if you try to fight it, if you try to understand it, if you try to conquer it, yeah, luck is on your side. See, babes, you're lucky. And I know you don't feel like you're lucky now because you're going through a season of releasing. But you need to expect powerful change. If you knew how big the blessings are that are coming your way, you wouldn't be stressed about what you're losing or what's not working out. You also wouldn't be stressed about this moment, the moment of maybe feeling up in the air, feeling in between, again, in between jobs. This could be, some of you could be moving. You're scared. You don't know if it's the right choice. What if I can't afford this home? Expect powerful change. This moment specifically could be helping you find some sense of balance. Because I feel like whatever this change is, it could be bringing chaos out from within you. And I feel like this could be teaching you how to balance your energy, balance yourself in the times and in the moments when it seems almost impossible, when it becomes kind of like a chore. So here's the thing, when the world feels like it's falling apart around us, sometimes it can feel hard to take care of ourselves, whether it's prepping your food so you have meals prepped and you're eating healthy, or making your workout a priority, or making your self-care a priority. Sometimes the things that we tend to abandon are the things that have to do with us, because it's like, well, just, I need anything off my plate. But I feel like Spirit is allowing this, or is making this take place for you to learn how to find peace in the moments of chaos. You can't change what's happening. You can change how you react and what place you have in that. And that's kind of what I'm getting. Okay. Give me a little bit more. So if you do have some sense of pure chaos unfolding, or if there's just an overwhelming energy right now in your environment, it's a moment. It isn't a forever. And I feel like it's going to get really good for you. But I do feel like there's, milk and honey. I feel like there's things between worlds. That's literally what I'm saying. You're in between. In between. That's the uncomfortable. All of us know the feeling, or most of us know the feeling, not all of us. I need to quit saying all of us. Most of us know how it feels to be in between worlds. Whether it's in between an apartment moving into a home, in between one relationship that could have been toxic, but you don't want to let go of it because, oh my God, what if they give someone everything I wanted? Or what if they turn into the person I've been begging them to turn into? But maybe there's somebody better suited for you in the future. And that could be the between world aspect. It can also be the aspect of maybe going out of a career or a 9-to-5 foundation and starting your own business, or going from one job into a different job. There's a sense of feeling like you're in limbo. And Spirit's like, you're not in limbo. You're in a sweet spot. You're blessed. There could be someone who feels abandoned by you, or someone who feels that they abandoned the situation with you, or that you abandoned the situation with them. That person could be feeling like you guys have unfinished business, just so you know. All right, give me a little bit more. What's coming out for you? What else do you need to know when it comes to this important message and the blessings that are coming towards you? You need to have boundaries. You need to have boundaries. Some of you, this has to do with you lightening up your load. Okay, so first things first, some of you could be overextending yourself. Some of you could be going above and beyond, and there's nothing wrong with that. But let me give you an example. An example would be, okay, let's say that you're the kind of person where you're a giver. Your family knows that you're a giver. You're the kind of person where you will drive them to the doctor, you'll drive them to the grocery store, you'll drive them to the pharmacy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's one of your beautiful qualities. However, Spirit is telling you that you could be running yourself ragged, trying to provide for yourself, your family, your animals, your home, and the people that you also love. And, maybe when you first started it, it was like, okay, you'll be there to help once a week. Well, now you're doing it 4 times a week. And Spirit's telling you that it's time for you to recognize that you need to lighten your load, and that there could be a change that you need to make around maybe a contract or a circumstance where it's gotten, I don't want to say heavier, because showing up for the people that we love is not a burden. But it can sometimes make you question at what point do you need to place a boundary and say, okay, I've been giving. Now I need to focus on me. This is about me now. And that's kind of what I'm saying. So if there is this energy where, let's say, you go above and beyond and you let family move in with you, and then you try to help pay their bills and their finances, and you really just try to help your family, and you go above and beyond, and the next thing you know, you're signing a car loan for them. Spirit could be telling you that it's in your best interest right now, while you're in this limbo phase, to readdress your boundaries and see where you're being taken advantage of. Now, I feel like when it comes to your future, they want you to take a moment to pause, take a break, and they also want you to know that there's going to be blockages and barriers that will be removed. But that doesn't mean that you're going to want to go down that street. So for some of you, where there was once a blockage, a barrier, or the inability to explore that path, here coming up, you might have the ability to explore it, but you might not want to. So could be a lover, but it doesn't have to be love. So let's take it out of a context of love. You could put it in that context if you want, but let's just put it in everyday life. There could be an opportunity where maybe 1, 2, 3 years ago, you applied for a certain job. You never heard back from them. You got rejected. You got denied, something like that. Well, here coming up, you might find out the same time that you maybe need a job, or you're feeling the pressure of your current job and you're ready to finally take that leap and get out of it. It's like, before you maybe told yourself you needed to stay. Now you're a little more willing to say, you know what, I don't want to stay anymore. I'm out of here. Now that you're in that energy, that could be the same job that's hiring again. And Spirit's telling you, listen, this time around, if you apply, you might get it. But this time around, you might not think that that's where you're meant to be. Maybe you know people that work there now and you don't feel like that's the right company for you. Maybe you know what goes on behind closed doors, so to speak. So there is an energy here where just because a blockage is being removed and something that you wanted to once explore can now be explored doesn't mean that it's still the right choice for you. And Spirit's telling you not to make choices based off the past, but make choices based off the now and the future. So again, in the past, it might have been the right choice for you. That's the lover I want to explore. Or are you guys different people now? Can you explore it? Are you guys even interested in one another? If this is a job, do you even think that that schedule and that income fits for you now? Do you want to make more? Do you need a different schedule? Have you maybe heard the things that go on behind the scenes and now you don't want to work there? There's going to be a lot of different things shifting here coming up, and Spirit is telling you, don't be mistaken. Just because you can explore a path doesn't mean that it's the path for you, okay? Give me more for your blessings. It's going to be beyond your wildest dreams, is what I just heard. Now I'm hearing the song, Do You Believe in Magic? Yeah, something that's faded. Some of you are finally cleaning up or allowing a lesson or a pattern or a cycle that you've been doing over and over and over again to finally end. So some of you, you're at a place of no longer trying to make things work. You're at a place of surrendering. And you surrendering is allowing these big blessings to come your way, because instead of trying to make something work, you realize that sometimes things are not meant to work. So again, it's giving the energy of, for the past 10 years, I have felt like I keep getting the same job, the same job, the same job. I take the same job. I feel unappreciated, unvalued. I feel like I don't get paid enough. I try to get promotions. They never promote me. That could have been a cycle for you. That could have been a pattern for you where you felt like you kept dealing with the same thing over and over and over again. But there's an energy here with clean it up where you're starting to approach it differently, which is going to get you a different outcome. Now, this could again be love, and you no longer pointing the finger at your lover or lovers, whoever we're dealing with here, is helping you change your circumstances. So it no longer is saying, well, they're the reason it failed. They're the reason I left. They're the reason. You're taking that finger and you're turning it back on you. And that's allowing you to clean up something that was once stuck in this cycle. Because here's the thing, we can blame other people for what happened, but we give our power away. No, I blame you. You cheated, but I blame me for staying. I blame me for forgiving you. I blame me for thinking you could be someone that I had imagined when you showed me somebody completely different. Taking that power back can really help you shift not only your present, but your future. And that's what I'm saying here with you. It's like there's a cleaning up taking place in your life, and it's allowing a cycle, a pattern, and maybe multiple that have went round and round and round and round. You're no longer trying to make the shoe fit. You're no longer trying to make something work if it isn't supposed to work. It's like you're giving up, but not in a way where you're mad, not in a way where it's covered in resentment or ego. It's just you kind of like learning your lesson is what I'm saying. Okay, let's get a little bit more. Just a very little bit more. Give me a little bit more for the blessings that are coming your way. Yeah, something here is ending. Getting some sort of wish fulfillment, but feeling conflicted. See, that's what I'm saying. Getting some sort of wish fulfillment, but feeling conflicted. It could also be an energy of saying, let's say you're a man and you've always wanted to own a boat, or you've always wanted to own a motorcycle. This could be the energy here coming up where, maybe you didn't have the finances, you didn't have the credit score, you didn't have the resources to get you what you wanted. Now you do. You have the ability, you have the resources. However, there could be a conflicted energy inside of you. Do I actually want that boat now? I can afford it, and it's something I've always wanted. But there could be a question of, why did I want it? Did I want it because other people would enjoy it? Did I want it because I would enjoy it? Did I want it because there was some sort of status I thought that it would give me? Now, again, this could be a lover. This could be a lover, you finally getting someone's attention or validation, or someone finally folding and saying, okay, I'll explore this relationship with you. But some of you could be in an energy of, listen, I feel like I've had to beg you though, and I just don't know how that makes me feel, that I've had to beg you for a relationship. So I'm really glad to hear all of this, but I'm now conflicted because I don't know what this means. And this could be a blockage being removed, where it once wouldn't work out, it can now work out. However, there could be a part of you questioning, can it though? Is it a little bit too good to be true? And let's go back. Spirit had told you, just because doorways open doesn't mean you're going to want to explore them. And that's where you have to decide where those blessings lie, okay? Because I'm seeing an energy of internal conflict, you being unsure if what you want is what you're actually going to get. It's like you're cautious, but Spirit's asking you not to be too cautious because you might miss out on something. I'm also seeing possible conflict coming from others. So you might notice that people are going to be taking you the wrong way here coming up, taking what you say and kind of like twisting it, running with it, getting offended over little things. You might notice that people are going to get offended and you're like, that's not what I meant. That's literally not what I said. That's how I heard it. And that's what I'm saying, okay? So yeah, when it comes to your blessings, I feel like life is going to get better for you, but I do feel like there's an energy of, what do you want that life to look like? Because here's the thing, our life, we piece together based off of our own choices. So if you're choosing something that you don't actually want, it's nobody's fault but your own that your life has turned out the way that it has. And that's what Spirit is telling you here, is to really carefully consider your next chapter. Because again, if you knew how good it was about to get for you, I think that you would have a lot more faith and you would feel better. But there's also a question of, what if I make the wrong choice? What if? And that's not going to happen. But there's also an energy of, make sure that you're not making choices because of fear or because of lack. Don't choose to love someone because you're scared of being alone. Don't choose a job where you know, okay, I'm not going to be here that long, maybe a week, maybe 2, maybe a month, when you can take that time and go find something different. Set yourself up for success, okay? But also don't play the victim to your own choices and your own reality when you're the one dictating what happens. That's kind of what I'm saying. So, all right, leaving it here. Bye, guys.